Soursop bitters are a type of herbal product that blends traditional bitters with the extracts of the soursop fruit. There's no standard recipe, formulas vary widely depending on the brand, and while they're often marketed with bold health claims, the science behind them is shaky at best. In fact, there are some real risks you should know before considering them. Soursop, also called graviola, is a tropical tree native to parts of North and South America. It grows several meters tall and produces large green heart-shaped fruit. In folk medicine, soursop has been used as a sedative, antibiotic, and even an antiparasitic. But importantly, none of these uses have ever been proven in human clinical trials. Nutritionally, soursop fruit is a decent source of vitamin C and fiber, along with smaller amounts of beneficial plant compounds like flavonoids and polyphenols. It's not too different from eating strawberries or other berries. By the way, I review a lot of supplements here, so subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated. And support me on Ko-fi if you enjoy the content. Herbal bitters are plant-based remedies, usually teas, tinctures, or formulas made with intensely bitter herbs. That bitter taste triggers the body's natural reflexes. It boosts saliva, stomach acid, digestive enzymes, bile flow, and gut motility. For centuries, bitters have been used to support digestion. Modern research on bitters is limited, but there is some evidence that they can help with mild digestive issues. For example, iberogast, a well-studied multi-herb bitter formula, has been shown to reduce symptoms of indigestion in clinical trials. Still, compared to conventional treatments like enzyme supplements, probiotics, or even acid blockers or prokinetics, which are precisely dosed and more heavily studied, bitters are less reliable. Even so, many people prefer them as a gentler, more natural option for them supporting digestion rather than actually treating serious digestive issues. So does soursop actually do anything for your health? The short answer, not really. There's no solid evidence that it can treat or cure any medical condition. The longer answer is there have been a few early studies exploring whether soursop might play a role in preventing certain neoplasms, but we're still very far from anything conclusive. For instance, one study followed patients with bladder tumors who took a supplement containing soursop and ellagic acid. They saw a lower rate of tumor recurrence. Another preliminary study in women with HPV found that the same combination reduced the risk of abnormal pap smears after 6 months. But here's the catch. Those studies were looking at prevention, not treatment, and soursop was always paired with ellagic acid, a plant compound found in foods like berries, walnuts, broccoli, and green tea. Ellagic acid is a strong antioxidant and has anti-inflammatory and DNA protective effects. Out of the two, ellagic acid actually has slightly more evidence supporting its potential neoplasm-fighting properties. Still, neither soursop nor ellagic acid is anywhere near being a proven treatment for neoplasms. And when it comes to other health claims like boosting immunity, improving digestion, or detoxing their body, there's simply no good evidence that soursop helps with any of those either. Consuming soursop isn't risk-free. It contains a group of compounds called acetogenins, and the main one, inonosin, can be toxic to the nervous system. Regular consumption has been linked to neurological problems like tremors, trouble with balance, and Parkinsonian-like symptoms. The most dangerous part of the plant appear to be the seeds, pulp, and the fruit wall extracts. Ironically, inonosin is part of why scientists got interested in soursop as a potential neoplasm-fighting plant. It can interfere with the way cells produce energy, which might starve neoplastic cells and kill them off. The problem is your brain cells also need a lot of energy. Since acetogenins are fat-soluble, they can cross into brain tissue and, over time, damage neurons, which may contribute to neurodegenerative disease. In other words, the same mechanism that might make soursop toxic to cancer cells could also harm your brain. Soursop bitters are marketed as if the soursop somehow supercharges the benefit of herbal bitters, but there's just no good evidence that soursop offers any health advantage, and there's at least some evidence it could be harmful. If you want the benefits of bitters, you're much better off just taking a regular herbal bitter without the soursop added. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Yeung. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Feel free to share them in the comments down below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And if you know someone who could benefit from this, please share it with them. Finally, if you enjoy what we do and want to learn more, consider supporting us on Ko-fi, and be sure to check out our other socials as well.